Welcome back to the Women's Racing League Championship Finals, and we are looking at the conclusion of the tournament, the grand finale. It's the Birds of Prey waiting in a rematch for the Fairy Tales, and we gotta say today has been an impressive day, even though there were a few too many 3-0s for my taste across the entire tournament. We did see some really close maps, especially in the last match between Fairy Tale and Equinox. What do we think is going to happen in this specific match?
What do we think? The only thing I know is that it all comes down to this. 4 months of preparation comes down to this. I think the Fairy Tales are going to have a really tough task ahead of them. I mean, the record speaks for itself. The Birds of Prey have won every single match they've played so far, and they've beaten Fairy Tales 3 times. So maybe this is the one. I mean, Marina had an incredible run last game versus Equinox. She set some PBs. There were some almost world records. So she's definitely in the zone at the moment. So who knows what she can pull out of the hat. But I mean, Birds of Prey are so strong. They've already won the September event. And who knows? Maybe let's take the whole thing. I think the Fairy Tales have a shot. But I think that if I have to pick a favorite, it's got to be the Birds of Prey, though. What do you think?
Obviously, Birds of Prey yet to be beaten. Yeva, including the last season where she played Solvieva, is yet to be beaten. And you cannot understate how impressive that performance is. No, never mind. You cannot overstate how impressive that performance is because it's just so strong from her side. And maybe she can finally crown herself the WRL champions. That is, of course, unless Fairy Tale have something to say about it. And they are looking to make exactly that happen. The last 3 matches did not go their way, but they are looking to set the record straight, to somehow beat the Birds of Prey and to claim their maiden WRL championship. And,
Exactly. I mean, if there's ever any moment to take the revenge for that 3-0 that they've already beaten you with, it is now in the grand final. What a fairy tale that would be, right? I mean, let's be honest. It's we have 2 minutes on the clock, so we still have a little bit more time before the pick and bans. But actually, the pick and bans, because this is of course going to be a best of 7 right now, not a best of 5. So only one map, or only 2 maps will be taken out of the rotation, and all the other 7 are on the menu. So we might only see the first 4 of those, but maybe we'll see all 7. And let's hope, of course, for that, because I am all for this being a really contested grand finale. I want them both to fight for it and show them what they got. I want to see some really good PBs. I want to see some world records, and I hope we're going to get them. But honestly, if they just make it a good fight, then I'm already happy.
we're going to see which way it's going to go. And of course, we hope for a 7 mapper, not just because it helps the competition, but also to show off the beautiful maps we had in this season. Not my personal favorites because I suck at driving them, but hey, so far it has delivered
Which
a
one do you think will be
beautiful
banned?
competition.
Which one do you think will
I
ban?
mean, this is going to come to you as a surprise now, but probably Viridian Hills. I don't know how I come to
I
that
haven't seen it
conclusion.
once.
Next up would probably be biochemistry again. That is a map that one of the 2 teams could definitely run away with. So I think, as much as it hurts to say, biochemistry and Viridian Hills are probably going to be the bans.
I think it might be
And
attention, though, that is going to be banned. I think it
I
might be
would like to
Viridian
hear
Hills
the
and
reasoning
attention.
behind that.
I've just seen it as a must ban thing for so many teams so far. Has it been played once? Like there's a couple matches this weekend we have not seen, of course. So I'm maybe it's been played there, but I mean, in 5 seconds we're gonna find out because we're about to go into the pick and ban phase. So let's see who is going to ban first. Andorin will ban first for Fairy Tales. Viridian Hills, you are correct. Viridian Hills
Shocker.
is taken off the menu. Biochemistry, you were right, Neon. I've been proven wrong. Biochemistry is off the table as well. Nest will be the first map to be played, followed by Supination. And let's see, I'm writing it all down. Supination. And now we have the Birds of Prey picking a map as well. Best of 7 this time, not a best of 5. So we will be seeing attention then, possibly, if we go to a 5 mapper. Decadence is next on the menu. Um, Picked by the Birds of Prey, and Thorns will be picked by the Fairy Tales. Next is Serafina that we're going to see as map 5, Celestia as map 6, and Attention as map 7. If we get it that far, Serafina, I'm writing really quickly right now. It's not really the best handwriting I've ever done. So I'm writing so fast, but it's just, I can, as long as I can read it, right? There
Good
we
enough.
go.
Yeah.
Nest, Supination, Decadence, Thorns, Serafina, Celestia, Attention. That's the order we're going to do this in. We have the grand final, ladies and gentlemen, of the Women's Racing League Season 1. It is between Fairy Tales and the Birds of Prey. Let's see who takes the title this season, and let's hope for a really, really good match. 2 incredible teams, 4 incredible drivers. We have Marina and Andrin, and we have Talibird and Eva. Let's see how this goes. It took 4 months to get here. We're finally here. Wow, it's gonna be good. Let's hear it in chat. Who are you hyping for? Who is your team? Nest is the first map on the menu. Let's see. Let's go. I'm excited. Seven maps. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's go. 7 maps. Let's make it a tight one.
Doesn't get more epic than this. And we already have one thing to report. The best PB by about 2.5 tenths goes to Marina on this map. So Marina is looking
wow.
to lead the charge. And Darren, she's gonna have to step up a little bit to keep up with the Birds of Prey. But we definitely do know that she can do that because she already stepped up in the previous match when Marina really needed her for certain runs. We're on to round 1. Valen, take it away.
Here we go. Round 1 in this grand final. And we have Andorin already with a slight mistake here. Talibird is chasing down Marina, and Eva is also there in the second place in the mix. Now, a little bit of a better line there from the ladies from Birds of Prey. Marina now taking a little bit of a gap here, 0.3 that she has to catch up on. This is looking like a strong start for Eva and Talibird because of mistakes made by the Fairy Tale ladies. We go into that quarter pipe. Marina clipping. Can she make it? She does make it. She doesn't have to respawn, but it is still Eva and Talibird in the lead here on Nest. They will probably not make any mistake here. They know they've got a second, and indeed they won't. An ace to start this grand final with. Very strong start, of course, on Nest here by the Birds of Prey, and they are looking to make this title theirs.
That's a good start and definitely something that the Birds of Prey can look back on as a really amazing go to the series. Marina, that was not what she was wanting to do, of course. She had it all in her hands and couldn't quite execute upon it. But we know she has the raw pace. All she needs to do is keep it together, and she's in the lead. And Darren in P4 has to let go. She's hitting the wall now, and that is not what she wanted to do. Talibird and Yeva are chasing down Marina. Can they do something about it? Talibird is now out of the equation for the moment. Marina and Yeva are almost dead even. Can Marina somehow get that first place back? Super low quarter pipe jumps. Yeva and Marina are so clean on this specific run. What is going to happen next? Yeva is still in the lead by 0.14 of a second. Can Marina snipe it away, or will Yeva bring it home? It's a great race, and it's going the way of the Birds of Prey. There's Yeva in first, Marina in second, and Talibert makes it a victory.
Yes, and that's only point 0.3 from the world record. So we are already on fire right now. These times are incredibly fast, and we're in for a match here. Let's go into round 3. The score is 5-1 for the Birds of Prey, so they have 4 points to work with here, and 5 more to go until they take this map for themselves. They have to take 4 in total, and 10 points will win you the map. Marina with the best start so far. Talibird right on her heels, and we go into the dirt cake wall, and let's see who can get onto that sausage the best. Talibird has to adjust her line a little bit, and that allows Ieva to actually take over. But Talibird now in first place. No, it was Marina with more speed. Ieva clipping the wall here, but it doesn't seem to slow her down that much. Marina, oh, she just goes a little bit too far outside on that quarter pipe jump, and she will have to respawn. That's going to cost her a lot of time. It is Talibird and Ieva now in first and second place, going for that next ace on the board. Anderin will finish in third. Marina with that unfortunate wonky quarter pipe jump there, and that has cost them an ace. The score is 8-1. They're on track point. All they need now is a victory or an ace, and they will take the first map.
And Talibert is also now unleashed. She's taking the win in that previous round. Can she repeat the feat? We're gonna see about that. And Darren is also there with a quick start, but has to make do with the last place after the first checkpoint, and the second checkpoint is now losing a bit of time. That is unfortunate for Fairy Tail, but Marina is still in the running and can delay what seems like the inevitable if she just overtakes Yeva. Talibert is already behind her. Can she do something about Yeva? In the previous round, they were that even for so long. Can she do something in the quarter pipe jump? Just enough. Just high enough. Talibert needs to respawn, which puts Darren in a prime position, and this might go the way of Fairy Tail. Almost dead even with Yeva. Can she somehow get it back in the last turn, or will Yeva once again bring it home? It looks like it's going the way of Yeva, and she even sets a new PB to set the
Wow.
record straight. With Darren in third, we have a draw, and now Fairy Tail, they need 2 aces to climb back into contention.
Yes, they cannot afford any point going to the way of Birds of Prey, but of course, Ieva with a really fast time there, also 0.3 from the world record, and she's looking to repeat that feat. As 9-2, they only need one more point. Marina knows what the mission is. Anderin is also still in the mix. She is now about 0.3 behind, and she needs to catch both Ieva and Talibird, but that's going to be such a hard task because they're so fast. She's going to have to hope for some kind of mistake, but we've seen that they do make mistakes sometimes, so everything is not lost here. Marina still in first place, going into the quarter pipe jump. Don't jump too low. You do want to get the checkpoint. All the girls. No, Marina doesn't get the checkpoint. She is respawning, and this is disastrous. Ieva and Talibird can now cruise to the finish line and get that 1 point on the menu, and they even take 3. Another ace, a very dominant, strong first map for them. They take the first map for themselves, and they need 3 more. GG to Birds of Prey for winning that map.
Well, not quite cruising to the finish because Darren was still on Talibert's heels, so that was
Yeah, but
as
Marina
close
needed
as
to
it gets.
overtake both, though, so yeah.
Yeah, Marina, of course, needed to overtake both, and Darren, she's probably looking to get back into the equation. She's been fired up in that last round, and she can be fired up on the next map to Super Nation, which was, of course, the map that Fairy Tail struggled to beat Equinox on. And we're
They
going to
did
see
pick
if
it, though. This is their pick.
they can now bring it back to the Birds of Prey. Another underdog performance on this map is what we need now if we want to tie the maps again. And Fairy Tail, we know they can do it, but can they hold it together?
Here we go. On Supination by Sophie. Marina with a good start. She is now in the lead, but Talibert and Yeva are very close behind her. Anderin as well, still in the mix, and all of them take the outside dirt line nicely into that transition there that, like you said, can be actually very tricky to get. Nobody clips the outside line here into the grass, and Andrin with a bit of a different line than the others. Doesn't seem to lose her any time though, so it's a good line, I would say. Eva takes over first place from Marina, and now Talibird is also in second. Marina still very close. Actually, she lost a little bit of time. It is now Andrin in third place, point 0.4 behind Talibird. And Eva and Talibird are looking to get another ace here. We know that Marina has a very good ending here on that dirt line, but she's too far behind now to make anything happen in this particular run. Eva and Talibird also with a very clean dirt line. They will take the ace on Supination, and the score is 3-0 with a 54.5. That is actually very fast as well. That's 2.2 from the world record. Wow.
And we're
Super
gonna
fast.
see if they can repeat it. Once again, it's Marina with the best PB on this map, but Talibird and Yeva are not far away. And in fact, Andarian is also not too far away with only 3 tenths down. Now, can we get another interesting race here? Andarian is in last place, but she's looking to get Yeva, catch her out in this slow part, this slow and technical grass section. Cannot quite do it for the moment, but Marina is in the lead, and that is where she feels comfy in this final part of the track. We know that. We have seen that in the previous match against Equinox. Can Talibird and Yeva do something about her? It looks like Talibird is going into the lead, but only momentarily, as she's not taking the turn quite as perfectly as Marina
Wow.
into the third turn. But Talibird is
Oh,
ahead, and she's hitting the wall. That is costing her dearly. Marina takes the win with Yeva in second, Talibird in third, lucky to not get sniped by Andarian, which means we
wow.
have a draw.
Now that is a clutch indeed. A draw. We have a draw. 4-1 is the score, and Marina knows she can beat them now. Let's see how she can repeat that performance. Andrin is also very good start here. She is just as fast as the rest of them right now. And Marina now taking the first place, and she clips the side. So actually, Talibird and Eva are now in first and second position, and Andrin, it is up to her to limit the damage here and get at least between one of them, or maybe overtake both, in order to get the ace off the board here, because that would be very, very tough to come back from. She is pushing it. You can tell Talibird has to hold a little bit on that turn there. So Andrin does indeed take over second place. Marina has to respawn. It's very close. Eva not with the best entry there, but she does have a very good outside dirt line, and they both come out of it very nicely, and they will take the ace, and that puts them on track point on this next map. Wow. Clean rounds from the Birds of Prey. They're not making many mistakes.
That is definitely not what Darren hopes to do here. She was so close to the Birds of Prey the entire time, and they were really, really close uh, to stealing it away. But the Birds of Prey, they keep it cool. They take the ace, and they are now looking to close out another track. Talibird now once again in the lead. Yeva in second place, but Marina is stealing away that second place. Can she also steal away the lead? It does not look like she quite can, but Darren is also in the mix now. Yeva is looking at a potential fourth place here. Marina now with a little bit of a mistake hits the inside of the third turn, is now being relegated to fourth as Darren is taking third. Not quite actually, as Marina is taking third place back, but they need to take the top two. Yeva in the lead. Talibird in second. It is super close. Can
Wow.
Marina snipe it away? It does not look like she can. And Talibird and Yeva almost even into the finish, and with another ace, and they take
Great round.
Supination.
All four of them less than point 0.2 apart. Wow, that was a very contested round there. But the Birds of Prey came out on top, and now we go on to Decadence, which is a map that is picked by the Birds of Prey. So hopefully they will take their own map, and they can extend their lead to 3 maps. But for the Fairy Tales, it would be, of course, a great idea to steal one of those maps from them, which was, by the way, promised to us by Marina in the chat earlier. She would take one of the maps. So let's see if they can make that happen here. Yes, we go to Decadence, a map built by GJKF, which is a name I'm always having some difficulty pronouncing, if I'm honest. But here we go. Birds of Prey versus Fairy Tales, map 3. The Birds of Prey are 2 maps ahead.
They are looking to make it 3 as Fairy Tale are looking to bounce back. Yeva and Halibert with a better outside line from the first jump than Darren and Marina. But it is so far Yeva in the lead, Marina and Darren in P2 and P3, and Halibert has to make do with last place for the moment. She's now taking it over, but clips on the inside and loses a lot of speed. Marina is chasing down Yeva, and Darren is in third place. As long as she's keeping it clean, she's guaranteeing a draw on Marina. Maybe she can steal that first place away. It's all down to the last turn. Marina has more speed and takes the win. She takes the win. And with Darren in third place, that is a well-deserved victory and an important victory for Fairy Tale.
Very important victory indeed, and that is nice to start this map with a victory here. 2 points for the Fairy Tales and 1 for Birds of Prey. We still have a long way to go, but it's a very good start, especially after losing the first 2 maps. It's nice to get ahead. Here we go. And we have Enderin. Did she touch the water? No, it doesn't look like it. She almost did, but I think she released just enough. It is Marina now with a second away. So Ieva and Talibert are going head-to-head in first and second place here. Enderin hunting them down half a second behind. That is a very big gap to catch up on. Maybe she can manage to make it happen. Ieva takes the inside line with those pillars here. Talibert choosing for the outside line, but they make it to the finish line just fine. Another ace on the board, and they answer to that victory from the Fairy Tales with an ace just like that. Very nice run and a very good time as well.
Yeah, basically saying do not mess with us. Fairy Tale and Birds of Prey can go toe-to-toe here, but so far it's Birds of Prey with the advantage. And it's looking a little more grim for Fairy Tale now, but we know they can bring it back. What did just happen to Talibert? She's out of the equation for the moment with an uncharacteristic mistake. Yeva is in the lead. Can she keep the lead, or can Darren do something about it? She's unleashed now. She's looking to get something done here. Can she steal the win away from Yeva? That would be a confidence boost that she could really use right now, but Yeva is keeping it clean, and she's taking the win with Darren in second and Marina in third. It's a draw.
It's a draw. The score is 5-3. The gap is only 2 points. And of course, since we're going for a best of 7, if they win this map, the Birds of Prey, it will not be over yet. So let's see how they will perform here. For now, they're doing really well, but also the Fairy Tale ladies are doing quite well here. Here, you gotta watch out you don't touch the water, because is that gonna give you a very, very bad day. Marina is in third place now. Ieva and Talibert are zooming. They got rocket boosters on, but so does Marina, because she takes over second place here, and she will contest for that second place and for that first place, maybe even. She's almost overtaking Ieva. She's already overtaken Talibert, but now it seems like, oh my god, will she snipe it? Will she snipe it? 4,000th of a second. It all depends on that last turn. It's like Celestia. How you take that last turn just depends on the speed, or just the speed you get depends on that, and everything can be thrown away there. Wow. Amazing round, a victory, and it's track point for the Birds of Prey.
And it is not as obvious as the Birds of Prey would like to have it. So close to losing so many rounds out on the Fairy Tales, but so far they stay in control. They are looking like the better team, but only by the smallest possible margin. Can Yeva take another win? Now you see Darren making a slight mistake, no sliding into the wall. Talibert is looking to steal away that second place, but Marina's also looking to steal away the first place, but it's not quite going to play out that way. Yeva is taking another win with Marina in second and Talibert in third. That's a victory for the Birds of Prey, and Fairy Tale need an ace.
They need the ace, only 1 point away from that third map win here, and that is going to put them in a prime position to take the grand final for themselves here. Let's see if Marina and Enderin have an answer to it. Marina, for now, in second place. Talibert also contesting her teammate for that first place here. Enderin still in the mix, only 0.2, and look at Talibert's speed. That is an amazing line, but Marina is keeping up. They're all keeping up. Marina knows the mission, and she is going for it. She's even a little bit ahead now. It all depends on that last. She has to oversteer a little bit. It is Ieva who crashes. And now Marina also, no, she's still there. Talibird, new PB. She wins the race. Marina only 13,000 of a second behind, but she does manage to take the map with that draw there. What a last turn that was. 3-0 in maps, only one more to go. What a nice time there.
That was absolutely insane as a conclusion to this track. That is something that Talibird definitely can write home about. That is what to tell the grandchildren. What
Wow.
a snipe. Marina caught off guard just on the last bit and also setting a new PB by the smallest margins. When you're that quick already, the margins get so small, and Talibird has unleashed her true potential just when she needed to. And you gotta say, so far, Birds of Prey and Fairy Tale are pushing each other to the absolute maximum
They really
so
are.
far. It is at the advantage of the Birds of Prey, but can Fairy Tale make a reverse sweep happen? Villain, map 4, take it away.
Map 4, it is Thorns made by Deska. This map is picked by the Fairy Tales, so let's hope that they can take this map so they can extend the match a little bit more, because of course, if the map gets stolen by the Birds of Prey, that is gonna be it, and we're gonna have a champion. Right now, Eva is in the lead, but Endorin and Marina are right on her heels, and they are looking to make this their map. Let me see. Here's Enderin taking a nice line here, and she almost took first place there, but she gets overtaken again by Marina and Eva, and it's going to be between them who takes the win. It looks to be Marina who just gets ahead of Eva, 400ths of a second. Talibert made a mistake somewhere down the line and is 5 seconds behind. This is another victory for the Fairy Tale ladies, and they are on the board with 2-1.
Great start, just like on the previous map. Can they now bring it home, or will the Birds of Prey once again be able to counter with an ace of their own? Talibird with a good start. She's probably being a little
Oh,
angry at herself as we see two mistakes in the backline. Never mind, Yeva didn't make a mistake. She somehow made it through. Talibird is in the lead. Marina is chasing down both Birds of Prey. So it was Marina making a mistake. I completely missed that one. And Darren is off the pace for the moment. Do we get another race? Can the Birds of Prey keep it clean, or can Marina maybe
Eva.
pick off one or two? Yeva's hitting the wall, makes a mistake, and Talibird, she's bringing home the win. But it is Marina in second, and Yeva is lucky not to be picked off by a Darren. It's a victory for the Birds of Prey, but how much blood did they have to get off their shoes for that?
That was a well fought battle right there. The score is tied. We are 3-3, and this map is promising to be a very, very close one. And maybe the Fairy Tale ladies can snipe it away from the Birds of Prey and extend the map. Here we are, Enderin with a little bit of a gap between her and the three ladies in the front. Eva in third, Marina and Talibird fighting for that place there. Eva as well, of course, and it is Marina who seems to come out in first place for now. Eva taking over second, but she has a bit of a weird line and has to correct there. Andrein has to respawn. It is now between Talibert and Marina. Marina is still ahead of Talibert, and she will take that first place again, bonking the finish line and almost not making it in, but she does. 800ths of a second is the gap between her and Talibert. Very, very close. A 54.5, sorry, a 52, 42.5, which is point 0.4 from the world record. Very fast times being driven. 4-4 still. We are still tied.
Can we get something more done? Marina almost only needs to PB by attempts to break the world record here. Just saying.
Yeah.
She can definitely put one down, and that would be one that the Birds of Prey would have to match first. 4-4, Yeva's in the lead, and
Oh,
Darren is taking
Talibert
over
first.
third place as Talibert is hitting the outside wall on the third turn, but it's not over yet. Marina is stealing away the lead. Yeva in second is trying to get it back, and Darren in third place. Can she hold it against Talibert? It doesn't look quite like it, as Talibert is quite quick. Or does she? It is somehow Yeva
Wow.
stealing away the win. Marina in second, and Darren is holding her own against Talibert. It looked like a resurgence from the US American, but didn't quite succeed with it.
We have another tie on the board. This could not get any closer. It is 5-5, and we are going to round 6. And here we are, Eva and Tallyberg with the best start for now, but Marina is on their heels, and it is Enderin only 0.3 behind. Someone has to hold their release a little bit there. I'm not sure who exactly that was. I think it was Tallybird, maybe. Yes, Tallybird with a little bit of a gap. 0.3. Marina is now looking to get first place here and beat out the ladies of Birds of Prey, but Eva is giving her a fight for her life. Enderin has to respawn. She bonks. She's out of the picture for the moment. Marina and Eva are fighting it out once again, and it is again Marina who just wins this round. It is another tie.
And
Oh,
another finish bonk.
the map
That
of
was
ties. My goodness.
that was interesting, but Marina is definitely feeling it. She's stepping it up, and Darren is trying to match the pace, but not quite as consistent for the moment. But that is not a bad omen just yet, and Darren is proving
Oh,
to
Talybird.
step up. She's looking to put down the best performance of her life as Talybird is making another mistake, and Darren is hitting the wall on the outside, and Marina bonks the inside of the next section, which means we have a Darren chasing down Yeva, or is it Talybird chasing down and Darren for second place? So far, the Birds of Prey are in prime position to get a lead back on the board. Has Yeva what it takes to get this win home? We
Oh,
definitely know she
you.
does, but it's a Darren who makes a mistake, hits the inside of one of the last turns, and Yeva
Oh.
takes the win with Talybird in second. That makes it an ace for the Birds of Prey. And now, Fairy Tale, they need to ace themselves to prevent this grand finale from going to the Birds of Prey. Valen, take it away from the potentially last round.
1 point only is what they need. They just need one person to end up in first or second place here. The Fairy Tales need to ace 3 times in a row and then take 3 maps. This would be the ultimate for first creep if they can do it. But my god, what a task when Eva and Talybird are driving this fast. Eva right now in first place. Talybird second place. They're in ace position. Are they going to finish it off here with an ace in style? Marina is 0.7 behind. The gap is pretty big, and they are only looking to make it smaller. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the season 1 champions of the Women Racing League. It is Talybird and Eva with Birds of Prey. Congratulations to them, and congratulations for Fairy Tales for being a very competitive team as well. Our new champions, the Birds of Prey. There you go.
There they are, the worthy successors of Red Blue. They have beaten them in the first tournament in September. They had to leave out the October tournament, gave the other teams a little bit of a breather, but they bounced back in November, took another tournament win, and they take the championship in the final event. Of course, also hands down to Marina and Darren. They have proven they have the pace to fight back here, and they were looking absolutely amazing today. Not just in this series, but also in the previous series against Equinox. And I think they can go out here with their heads held up high.
Very
And
much so.
we definitely consider that a strong performance from them. Looking forward to whether they participate in season 2 as well,
I
and
hope
what they
so.
can bring to the table there. Maybe even in the same team. Maybe the Fairy Tale name makes a return. For now, it is the stage of the Birds of Prey. What a dominant display. Talybird and Yeva, they still remain unbeaten. And
Undefeated,
they
yes.
will not let that change in season 1. Maybe someone can dethrone them in season 2, but for the moment, the celebrations is all theirs from the United States and Lithuania. They came together to form this team, and they were absolutely
They
invincible,
dominated.
unbeatable.
Yeah. They were so strong. And speaking of season 2, to all the ladies out there, if you want to compete in this tournament, don't hesitate to find a teammate, and maybe you can even find a teammate through the Discord. It's gonna be hopefully a great season 2. We're still working on it, of course. Nothing is known yet, but it's definitely in the works. So we hope we can get a lot of teams going. So if you're thinking about it, maybe try it out. Maybe try it out. Congratulations to the Birds of Prey. Congratulations to the Fairy Tales. They only participated in 2 events, of course, but they did so well. Um, and the goodie bag, we will contact you about all of that. To the Birds of Prey, Talibert and Eva. It was wow. We have new champions. First, the beta season, Red Blue, and now it's the Birds of Prey that hold the title. Amazing. I've had a wonderful time doing all of this, and like watching them grow, and like we've had such growth in certain teams. I mean, the journey that some of these teams have taken from the first step, like in September, to now is actually incredible. Like some of these teams have grown so much, and I'm really impressed with the level that they have shown over the course. Like there's been a huge uphill skill level throughout this.
That is definitely one way to put it, and I think we have seen amazing levels of growth from so many players here. Let me just shout out Linka once again for an amazing performance in the lower bracket semifinals, in the lower bracket
Wow,
finals.
yes.
Even though the match against Fairy Tail did not go the way of Equinox, they have definitely proven that they are a
He was on
force to be reckoned with their October title as well. The Birds of Prey and Fairy Tail, they have shown a magnificent battle, and having the matches end in a 3-0 and 4-0 doesn't do the whole thing justice. Absolutely not. That is not two teams who should be that one-sided. But for today, the Birds of Prey, they held it together and they were just a little bit cleaner. And apart from that, we definitely have to thank every single team, every single player for participating, even though some of the tournaments might not have gone entirely your way. You were valued here. Your display was absolutely amazing, and we hope to see many, many more teams in season 2. So when that gets announced, you can of course register, bring your friends, and make your own team. All you need to do is get verified on the Discord, and
Yes,
then
any
get
information will be
in with
there.
your team.
So yes, I would also like to thank all the players, all the coaches, all the managers, the viewers, of course. You guys make the hype. You are amazing. My fellow staff members are very, very cool. And hopefully we can make a new season happen. And it's gonna be hopefully it's gonna be amazing. I think it will be. I think we need to get the hype out and get some more teams involved here, because that would be very cool. I think it was a great season, and I'm very proud of all the ladies that have been driving. GG.
Absolutely something to be proud of. So, all that's left for me is also saying thank you to Gritty for the production. Once
Being in
again,
our
did a
ears,
brilliant job today. Always been in our
whispering
ears.
sweet
Maybe he's
nothings.
gonna be in your ears too in a second.
Whispering sweet nothings to us. Yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
at least saying hello, but I think
Hello.
he's a little bit shy today. And also, thanks to you, Valin, for
You're
joining me
pretty.
on these casts. It was fun to collaborate with you once more.
Definitely.
Looking
Thank
forward
you
to
too.
season 2 with you.
Definitely. I had a great time. And I think that just about wraps it up here. Remember the feedback form. We would love to hear from you what you thought of this season. Maybe you have some tips or things that could be improved. Maybe you thought, oh, this was really good. Keep that. We want to know all the things. So let's hear the feedback from you. You can tell us what we did good and what we did wrong, what we could improve. So don't forget to give that a little look see. For now, though, we thank you. We say goodbye to you after this amazing event. The Birds of Prey are your winners, and they can have a party tonight, I think.
Absolutely. That title is something to be proud of. They kept it absolutely clean. There was no doubt in their minds that they will
Deserved
be the
winners.
ones
Yes.
who take this home, and they have absolutely gotten everything done. Now, next up, um, we will have a little bit of a break, and before you know, we hopefully will be back. Tournament formats will be announced, and of course, registration windows will be
Yes, keep
announced
an eye on
too.
the Discord.
Keep an eye on the Discord. Keep an eye on our socials as well, as we will keep also share the news there as soon as they happen. And of course, we are hoping to see an even bigger playing field next time around. We're going to take your feedback into account for a new tournament format. So leave your feedback in the feedback forum in any case. And yeah, we're gonna see you in 2024. So thanks a lot
2024.
for joining us in this year 2023, for making the Trackmania circuit a better, more competitive, and more welcoming place. And until then, have a nice Christmas or whichever festivities you're celebrating until then. As a stupid Christian, I would not know. Um, and of course, enjoy your New Year's Eve and have a good start into the year 2024. That's it from my side. Velen, is there anything left from your side to say?
Just a winka or a meow or something. I don't know. I had a great
Of
time.
course,
And thank you
have
all.
a winke, this time also from the healthy hand instead of the bandaged one. Rest assured that I am absolutely fine. I just need this bandage for a
Blah.
few more
Yes.
days. And yeah, that's it from
Thank
us.
you,
So,
everyone. Have a good one. See
from
you
the
next
bottom of our
year.
heart, have a good one. Have a good start into 2024 and see you on the other side of the calendar.
Bye bye.